现在就请领养华通协会大纽约分会副会长马乔里·伯曼女士代表该协会向大家恭贺新喜。
Now the Vice President of Families with Children from China of Greater New York, Ms. Marjorie Berman, will express the felicitations of their organization to all of us.
Good evening to everyone. As I was just announced, I am the Vice President of Families with Children from China of Greater New York, and I want to express to you on behalf of the Board of Families with Children from China how pleased we are to have this opportunity to find a way to forge ties with the greater community of Chinese American families, because it's something that we haven't done enough of as an organization, and it's very important to us to do for ourselves as families and for our children. I want to just share with you a little bit about Families with Children from China, because I gather that most of the people who are here are not part of Families with Children from China. Our organization began in the early 90s in an apartment on the Upper West Side of New York City when the very first children from China were adopted. It has now turned into, from what was approximately maybe 5 or 10 families when the organization began, it has turned into a not only national organization but an international organization, as there have been adoptions from China by families all over the world, predominantly from the United States, but certainly from many countries. This year, the 50,000th child has been adopted from China into the United States, and this, yes. And this has made Families with Children from China an incredibly strong organization for our families. The goals of our organization are to educate people about adoption from China, about adoption in general, about the joy of creating families through adoption, and particularly the joy of creating Chinese American families through adoption. It is also to advocate on behalf of our children, similar to many of the goals that Organization of Chinese Americans has on behalf of their membership. And it is equally to celebrate with our children the joys of Chinese culture. And we do a lot of celebrating of Chinese culture and a lot of teaching to our children about Chinese culture. As I'm sure many of you can imagine, because most of the adults in our families have not grown up in Chinese culture, we are learning ourselves. And so we so welcome the opportunity to learn from more traditional Chinese American families who have been celebrating these holidays and customs and traditions, and we thank you for letting us share in your celebration so that you can teach us and that our children and our families can become more integrated into your community. So, Shay Shay from all of us, thank you.